Hello everyone. So, most likely you've all heard by now about the tragedy that happened in France, the massacre that happened in France, in which three Muslim people, massacred 12 other people. And every time something like this happens, every time a specific group or religion of people commit a crime like this, the whole entire group or whole entire religion gets demonized. And so in this case, Muslims, people make it seem like all Muslims are terrorists or all Muslims are, these hateful, hatred-driven people. So I wanted to do the numbers. Let's find out how many Muslims are terrorists, okay? So in this case, it was three Muslim people who did this. And now you don't hear every day about a massacre like this happening, about a terrorist attack like this happening. But we're going to let's assume that it did happen. Say from today for the next 365 days, it did happen. Three Muslim people every day committed a terrorist act for the next year, okay? So we got three people committing C-I-M-I-T-I committing terrorists acts every day, okay? And there's 365 days in a year, so let's multiply that, okay? So three Muslim guys every day committing terrorist acts times 365 days in a year, 1,095 terrorists throughout the whole year. But okay, maybe you're going to say, well, that's a really low number. More Muslims commit terrorist acts than that every day. Okay, sure, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that my number is way off. So let's get rid of this, and let's say it's 10,000 Muslims every year who commit, these terrible, heinous terrorist acts. 10,000. I just jumped up my number by 9,000, okay? So 10,000 Muslims terrorists. There's 10,000 Muslim terrorists in the world, okay? I'm going to give you that. But how many Muslims are there total in the world? Let's find out. How many Muslims are in the world?
According to Wikipedia, the country has the largest number of Muslims in the world. Approximately 23% of the world's population is Muslim. Current estimates conclude that the number of Muslims in the world is around 1.6 billion.
Okay, so we've decided that there's 10,000 Muslims in the world, and I just read right now on the Google page that there's approximately 1.6 billion Muslims in the entire world. So we're going to find out what percentage of all the Muslims in the world are terrorists. So we're going to take 10,000 divided by 1.6 billion, okay? So 10,000 divided by 1.6 billion, that's 1,600,000,000. Is that it right there? 1,600,000,000 equals. And then in order to turn that into percentage, we have to times that by 100. So there are 0.0000625%. 0.0000625% of the entire Muslim population are terrorists. 0.0000625%. Not less than a percent, not less than 0.5%. What is that, like half of a percent or something like that of all Muslims in the world are terrorists. Now, my point in doing this is showing that no matter what happens, because like sometimes with police officers recently, you heard about police officers in the United States killing people, right? But even that, let's assume every day a police officer killed somebody. So that's 365 police officers that kill people in a year. Or you could double it and it goes to over, 600. And say you bump it up to 1,000. There's 1,000 police officers who kill, an innocent civilian during the course of a year. But that's 1,000 police officers out of some like 500,000 police officers on the force total in the United States. Or you take instances of where the people in the Catholic Church, they molest little children. A couple priests here and there that molest little children. That's a couple priests out of how many? I don't know, hundreds or thousands of priests. Or some people, when a gang member, like a black gang member in the United States, they do a drive-by shooting or they kill innocent people, and all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, all black people are just gang members. They don't look at it as it's just this minority of people, 10, 20, or 100 black gang members, or even 1,000, 10,000 black gang members out of millions of black people across the United States. Very small minority. The same thing with white people. Some white person every now and again, a serial killer goes on a rampage and kills 20 people, or some crazy white guy like Jeffrey Dahmer, he ends up eating people. And then all of a sudden, oh look, white people are all crazy, they're all serial killers. Again, when it's only this small minority. My overall point is that it's not, you can't curse a whole race or a whole religion or any group of people by the acts of a minority, because it's not the majority that's doing it. And that's not Matt saying it. That's not Matthew Vermonte's opinion. That's mathematics.